Bring her home. Havoc had growled at him and had been relentless in the days that followed to bring her home. Just wouldn't shut up about it. And so he agreed with his wolf and made the decision that it was time to bring her home to the pack where she belonged. So he had sent the first official letter to her after Jackson had tracked her down. It hadn't been that hard, less than a day. Clearly, she wasn't hiding, just staying away. Now, he sat in his office over a month later, annoyed and verging on angry. She had ignored the first letter, or so he thought. There was a possibility she had not gotten it. But he didn't think that was it. Jackson would not have made a mistake. They had all grown up together, and she had been just as good a friend with him as she had been with Nathan. Actually, Jackson had been really pissed off about her sudden leaving by Nathan's order. That day, Nathan had been angered and so had Havoc, and they had responded without much thought. That fateful day he'd sent her away, acted solely on instinct, but had not given it much thought since that day either. Not till he'd seen her on the TV. Sophia had been really pissed off that she had not been stripped of rank and turned from the pack by his father, Alpha Blaine, at the time. She had demanded that Jayla be made a rogue for the insult, but his father had simply stated, no, it's inappropriate under the circumstances. Those circumstances being that he knew that Jayla and Nathan had been sleeping together for just over a year, and he felt there was more to it, and Sophia had probably overreacted. Due to the move she had made that week, the letter should have arrived. It was possible that she hadn't received it, but there was also the possibility that she had read it and ignored it, moved to avoid him. Turning the letter over in his hand, he looked at his beta. So this is how it's gonna play out. You did order her to leave and never come back, Jackson replied simply. If she didn't get the first letter and return the other two, perhaps she doesn't know the content. He was leaning casually against the wall. He appeared bored. Nathan returned his attention to the envelope and stared at it for a long time, trying to decide a course of action. He nodded to himself after several minutes of contemplation. All right, let's make it really official. Something she can't just ignore without the threat of retrieval. His eyes moved to his beta. Jackson sighed heavily and turned those gray eyes on him, a frown on his face. You sure, boss? You want to do that? Yes, Nathan replied firmly. Send it to her law firm and make it to be signed for so we know she got it. His mouth quirked in a smug smile. Let's see you ignore me now, little wolf, he thought. I can play as well as you can, only you can't ignore me. I am your alpha, and you will do as I command.